Hello, friends and neighbors. Welcome to another production of the program. Here we are on TV. Once again, every day. Turn on the machines and live forever. Here we go. We're alive. I made it. Or we're alive. I assume you're alive. Who's us? Who else? Me and Carl Sr. Carl Sr.? Maybe not alive over here. It's Tuesday, and we made it back to Tuesday. It's the first Tuesday of the second 10 years. The realest day of the week on a Tuesday, and who would have thought that we would have made it 10 years or 11 years? 10 years and 3 days in our 11th year? Not hard. Well, it's hot. The math is hard to follow. You can call the number up there, 360-836-1384. Or you can get onto the Zoom. Go to YDHWM.com, that's what I'm doing. Yesterday, my friends out there on TV, I need a new wire. My friends out there in TV land, thank you for joining me in this very difficult time. No, it's difficulter and difficulter, crazier and crazier. I went to a store today with my roommate. We have a little program at 8:45 on Monday with James and Heather. James was in Milton. I don't know what we were doing. Freddie was there, talking about Milton, talking about other things. Heather saw a fight. After the program last night, I probably did some writing, some sitting, TV, sleeping. Today I actually went to a store, though. It was the first time I've been to a store this whole time since March, and it was weird. And the mask, everybody's doing the thing. The world is more normal looking than I don't know what I thought it was going to be. But I guess it wasn't that much. It was a garden store. Not much going on out there. What are we going to do today? Maybe look at some tapes and maybe get somebody on here. I don't know if Freddie's going to be there. Freddie says he's going to be there today or tomorrow to look at some of the tapes on his end. Maybe we'll look at the, see how many messages we got. We haven't been getting any messages recently, so I kind of think that might be the case still. Let's see. Now I kind of assume no messages instead of some messages. Oh, Mark left some more messages. That's good, Mark. So we'll get to those. But I don't know if Mackerel, you still out there watching? Because it was a bit ago, but you told me that you wanted to hear some rambling, and like Mackerel said, you're getting right to the phones and right to the tapes and stuff. You want to get some good rambling in, and on Sunday there was a good amount of rambling. So Sunday's usually a Luke day. Luke and I think Gene and others. It's kind of a crowded day, but I think Jackson's on there a little bit on Sunday. But I talked to Luke, and he told me what was going on that Sunday. But I think a lot of people were there on Saturday for Hayakuba. Last Saturday, that's over 3 hours ago. We're 3 hours into the new decade. So, if you want to see some rambling, go look at that one, but I'm doing some more rambling right now. Rambling about. I don't know what I'm rambling about now. I got some taquitos. They're pre-made in those little frozen deals. I got a chicken pack and a beef pack, and this is the beef pack. I was eating it with guacamole, but I ate a lot of guacamole, but now I'm eating it with hot sauce. Hot sauce and ketchup. Off my dipping sauce with tequilas there. Might as well be anything else. Like, what do I have left? Ketchup, hot sauce. I'm eating my own sauce. It's like, people say, like, it's a homemade sauce. It's my homemade sauce. It's like, oh, what is it? 2 other sauces that are already sauces combined together. And you say, it's my own sauce. Well, I like to cook what I do. We go to McDonald's, and I get a cheeseburger, and I get a McChicken, and then I remove the buns from 2 of them, and I put them together. I call it cooking. That's how I cook. Yeah. Man, the world is pretty crowded. I mean, you probably know, viewers. You're probably out in the world more than me. Like, I haven't been going out there at all, but I went out there today, and the streets are pretty packed, and everybody's doing their things, but everybody's wearing the masks on the streets. So what a world. What a weird world. But it didn't make me want to be like, oh, okay, this is a good idea now. I'm going to be going out there all the time. I think I'm going to continue to not go out there all the time, because if you need, like, security measures to live, like, you shouldn't be doing this kind of thing. It's like, I don't want to go rock climbing. A lot of people do like rock climbing, but it's dangerous. You have to have a safety harness. And it's like, well, any activity, like even in a car, I don't even really want to get in the car. I guess I did get in the car today, though. My first car ride in months, and I kind of thought that, like, maybe it would make me ill or something, but it was not that different from before. Well, after all this time not getting into a car, maybe cars will feel weird, but it didn't really feel that weird. I think it was the thinking about it that was the weird part, maybe. Traffic's about the same. Seems like people are doing the same kind of things out there. How is it? What's the difference? How is it going? That kind of thing. Alright. Well, let's get into it. Here are these messages from Mark. I don't know if he's going to answer today.
Don't watch your daily hour with me. Watch the Mark show. It doesn't happen at 11:30 to 12:30, and it doesn't happen at 2 o'clock to 3 o'clock. Wait a minute. Maybe you should watch your daily hour with me, because it rocks.
Yeah. It's a good commercial, Mark.
I'm having a heart attack. Yes, I am. No, I'm not.
Uh-oh. That's weird. Are you okay, Mark? Are you or are you not having a heart attack?
Boy, that was some heart attack. Now, if you don't want to get a heart attack, you better watch your daily hour with me at 11:30 to 12:30, and at 2 o'clock to 3 o'clock is the episode that's older. So watch your daily hour with me. It rocks, and it'll take away your heart attack.
It rocks. Alright. Alright, Mark. You know, I think my brother might be at my grandmother's house today, too. Here goes Mark.
Hello.
Oh, Mark.
Hey, guy.
Hey, it's the program on TV. How are you?
Oh, pretty good. I just got done eating pork rinds.
Oh, yeah? Chicharrones, huh?
If I eat too many of them, I'm gonna get.
You're gonna have a heart attack, huh?
Yeah.
Well, pork rinds is fried skin.
Yeah.
Fried,
Eat too many of them, you get fat.
fried skin.
Yeah.
Well, you could probably afford to put on some weight, Mark. You're a little small, huh?
Yeah.
Eat the whole thing. You can get some weight on you. Get some meat on those bones.
We got pizza in the freezer, but we decided to have TV dinners for once.
Yeah, what kind? Barbecue?
Barbecue all the way.
Two meat barbecue? They got a lot of TV dinners. You never go for like the pasta TV dinners or the chicken?
I don't like that stuff.
Just barbecue only.
Yeah.
You don't like chicken Alfredo?
Nah, it's gross.
When was the last time you had it?
Oh, a long time ago. That's why I don't eat it.
Yeah. Beef and pork. And then pork rinds.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever had pork rinds before.
Mmm.
Yeah.
They are salty, I'll tell you that.
They put the salt on them, or they add the salt, or they're already in the salt in there?
I don't know. I think it's already in the rind.
Oh, yeah. And then it's like chips. It comes in like a
Then
chip.
they deep fry it.
Puffs up. It's like skin. You put the skin in there, puffs up. Puffy.
And then they hand you the bag and say, pay up, buddy.
Puffy skin.
Yeah.
Is it from Lay's? What kind of is it from Safeway?
Yeah.
Pork rinds. How many did you eat?
2 bags.
You got 2 bags?
Yeah.
Small bags?
Well, they're basically medium-sized bags.
You ate 2 whole bags in one sitting?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Seems like a lot.
After I had my TV dinner, I sat for a while and then had a Coke.
Yeah.
Then I said, I'm going to have one of those bags of pork rinds, and I decided to have 2 of them.
It seems like a bag would be the amount that you want to eat. Or like half a bag.
Personalized bag, you know?
Yeah, like a small bag. Kind of like only like maybe a 4-inch bag.
Yeah.
How many bags do you have left? Did you eat all of them?
Well, when I got to the bottom of the bag, the stuff was too hard to chew on, and so I just threw it out.
Oh, yeah. How much is that? Like half?
Well, I'd say a third of the bag was real good. The rest of it was kind of hard to eat.
Only 1/3?
Yeah.
And the good stuff was on the top?
Eat the stuff on the top, and then the bottom is kind of crunchy, you know? I have plates, you know, false teeth, so it's hard to chew.
You want the pork rinds to be chewy or crunchy?
I don't know, they're kind of crunchy.
Too crunchy, like the ones on the top or the ones at the bottom?
Ones at the bottom.
They're crunchy.
Yeah. Hurt my gums.
You want them to be chewy.
Yeah.
But aren't they supposed to be crunchy?
Huh?
I think they're supposed to be crunchy. If they're chewy, that's weird. No?
Well, they're crunchy at the top, and at the bottom they're too hard to crunch on.
Oh, okay. So you open the second bag and then they're fresher on the top of that second bag too?
Yeah.
I don't know why the good ones are on the top.
I don't know, because it filters through.
Yeah, do you eat a lot of pork rinds? I never heard you ever eaten pork rinds before.
No, I just started again. I had it a long time ago. Back in the 80s I had it.
Yeah, back in the 80s you were eating pork rinds?
Yeah.
And what made you get the pork rinds this time?
I don't know. I looked at it and I thought, I'll try it again. You know.
Yeah, that's good. Well, trying old new things like pork rinds. How many bags did you get?
2.
And you already ate them all, huh?
Yeah.
Well, you're not gonna ready for next time.
No, probably Doritos.
Yeah, you have Doritos too?
Yeah.
What kind?
Nacho cheese.
Nacho cheese. I like blue or purple. I go for that sweet chili. Have you ever had sweet chili flavor?
Oh, I don't like hot stuff.
Yeah, it's not that hot. It's only lightly hot. You can't eat like. Oh, well, you were eating something hot the other day. Remember? What was it? Like
Pepperoncinis.
Pepperoncinis are like. Something was called like half hot.
If you eat 3 pepperoncinis, your mouth's gonna be burning.
Yeah. It was like spicy. Weren't you eating like spicy something, like hot something?
Macaroni and cheese with a lot of pepper.
You were eating something that had the word spicy in it.
Oh, I don't like that stuff.
No, but you were eating it like a couple of days ago. You were eating like half. It was like half hot something, or you know what I'm talking about? I don't remember what it was. Hot something. You were eating something that had the word hot in it, but you're like, it's not that hot, but it's called hot.
Oh, those hot pickled peppers, or yeah.
Well, pepperoncinis, but I don't think it was pepperoncinis.
They're hot sausage dogs.
Yeah, hot sausage, spicy sausage. Maybe.
You could buy a couple of those and chop it up and put it in your stew.
Yeah, do you do that?
No, I haven't done that, but you can do that.
You can make a stew. Sausage stew, hot, spicy sausage stew.
Yeah.
Maybe some rice? Some
I don't
chicken?
like rice.
You don't like rice?
No.
When was the last time you had it?
No, many moons ago.
Rice is very, versatile. Like,
I don't like rice.
yeah, but rice is, there's like so many different ways you can do it. Rice is very bland. It's like not, rice is like not eating bread. It's like really not too much of a texture flavor or anything. It's just like very like a flat thing. You should eat rice, Mark, especially if you're you should start liking it. Get over it.
I don't like it.
Yeah, you keep telling yourself that, but if you just said that you don't like things and then you don't ever get to try new things again, so I think you should go back and try it because I think you might like it now. I think you can change. People change.
No, I don't like rice.
I'm telling you that you shouldn't just say you don't like stuff, and you should just like you gotta try those things again, especially with that kind of thing. Like that could really fill up your diet. But what are you gonna put in the stew then, if not rice?
Yeah, the hot pepper, hot sausages.
Sausage and water.
Yeah.
You gotta put something else in there too. You can't just have hot, wet sausages.
You just pull out the sausage and you chop it up and you put it in the stew.
Yeah, but what else do you put in the stew? Barley?
Nothing.
Nothing? Just water and sausages?
I don't put water in it.
Well, what's in it? What's the stew made out of?
It's Del Monte stew in a can, and you dump it in and you put the pepper.
Oh, it's just called stew, huh? It's just already
sausages in it.
pre-made stew, huh?
Yeah.
What's in the stew, though?
Hamburger.
Hamburger and, like, tomato base or something?
Peppers.
Yeah, tomatoes.
Tomatoes, yeah. Tomatoes not a fruit. It's a vegetable.
Oh yeah.
I get up to 2020, and now they're saying it's a fruit. It's not a fruit. It's a vegetable. I live my life on fruit.
You don't like fruit?
I do like fruit.
Oh, but tomato.
But I'm saying it's not a fruit. It's a vegetable.
I kind of think it's a vegetable too, but they say that the reason is because like the things with the seeds in them, you know, apples, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like apples are fruits, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then there's like carrots and all that other stuff. But tomato, if you didn't taste it and you had an apple and a tomato and a carrot, it's like, what two things would you put together?
Probably all three.
Yeah, but that's not an option. You have to only put two. Only two get to go in the group in this situation.
Carrots and tomatoes.
Yeah, carrots and tomatoes. That's because you know. What I'm saying, you don't get to know. In this situation, you are only seeing it visually, and you don't know anything about these things. You're some weird jungle person. You've never seen these things before. It's like you're going to put the apples and the tomatoes together. They look kind of similar. That's why people are calling them fruits, because they're like science people. But I agree with you that the science people are dumb.
Corn's a vegetable.
What?
Corn is a vegetable.
Corn is a starch.
It has starch in it, but it is a vegetable.
Why is it a vegetable? You think it's healthy?
All my life, I've been in grade school. They were telling me it was a vegetable.
Yeah, but just because things were telling you one thing in the past doesn't mean that they were right. I mean, people get things wrong, and just because you've been doing things your whole life, sometimes things are different than they've been the whole time.
No.
Yeah.
It's a vegetable.
Yeah, it's a vegetable. You don't want it to be anything else. You don't want to be open to change.
Nope.
Because what does it make a difference to you? Why do you want corn to be a vegetable, and why do you want tomatoes to be a vegetable? Like, why would you want to hold on to that?
In your garden.
Yeah.
It's a vegetable.
Because you put tomatoes in the vegetable garden?
Yeah.
But tomatoes grow kind of like raspberries, you know? Strawberries, tomatoes. Like, raspberries and strawberries are in the garden too, you know? You ever put strawberries in the garden? But really, I don't think any of that stuff is vegetables. You know what's vegetables? Is like spinach and like kale and spinach and like broccoli, you know, like dark green vegetables. Although a lot of stuff why does it matter? You know, Mark? You know what I'm saying? Mark, are you there?
I'm thinking the cell phone's fucking everybody up because it's giving bad information.
For the smartphones?
Yeah, cell phones. Well, let me look that up. They get a cell phone and they look it up. No, it's really this. Oh my God.
They're telling people that tomatoes are vegetables, and you want them to say otherwise.
Tomatoes are vegetables. Corn is a vegetable. Carrot is a vegetable.
What about like yeah, it's because of the food pyramid? Do you believe in the food pyramid?
It says vegetables it has corn, it has peas, it has carrots, and it says vegetables, and then it says beef, barbecued beef and barbecued pork.
They call it
on the box.
They call it mixed vegetables. That box, yeah, the
mixed vegetables.
Yeah, it's like whatever that box says, it's got to be the thing.
Yeah.
It's like why, but like what makes things vegetables and what makes things fruits? Is it savoriness, or is it like science, or is it the labels?
I don't know.
Yeah. It's like you got to decide for yourself sometimes, but I think that it's the savoriness, you know? Because fruits are sweet. Tomatoes aren't sweet.
The Indians brought vegetables to the table, and they were corn. They made popcorn out of it, and they also made corn on the cob.
Yeah. I think that the white people stole it from them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they stole it. They didn't bring it. They were forced upon them. They forced themselves upon them, and they made that story about the dinner to try to make themselves feel better. But they came in kind of were being colonialists and kind of bad, and they're taking over stuff when they maybe should have stayed in Europe.
It was on Thanksgiving, and that's what the people got together with the Indians, and the Indians brought corn on the cob.
No, they were forced. Mark, I think that Thanksgiving story is trying to appease white guilt. That they didn't want to do that. They came, the Pilgrims or whatever came over and forced themselves on the Indians or whatever, as you say, and made them like they stole their food and took their culture and killed them. Yeah. But corn can be a vegetable, Mark. That's okay. And tomatoes, tomatoes are a vegetable too. I think so, because it's a salad. What are you gonna get? A fruit salad? You get a fruit. Fruit salad.
Yeah.
What are you gonna put tomatoes in there?
Yeah, but it's a vegetable.
Yeah, you can't put tomatoes in fruit salad, right? That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you put tomatoes in fruit salad, it'll be like, well, what is this?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a vegetable. Because it's vegetable soup. Like, what's vegetable soup? Tomato
soup is a vegetable.
What?
Tomato soup is made out of a vegetable.
Yeah, tomato soup, but what about vegetable soup? You go get a can of vegetable soup, right?
Some vegetable soups have corn in it.
Yeah, it's true. But the main ingredient in a vegetable soup is tomatoes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's why it's vegetables. Otherwise, what is that? Fruit soup? It's not fruit soup, That'd be gross. Nobody wants to eat fruit soup.
Yeah.
Where's Rebecca?
Sleeping.
Yeah, it's nighttime. Are you? How come you're awake? You've been sleeping during this hour.
I've been talking this hour because I just drank a Coke and it kept me up.
Oh yeah, Coke and pork rinds, huh?
Yeah.
Did you know that we are past a 10-year thing?
Yeah, I know. You got a name for it.
Yeah, what's the name? Do you remember?
I don't remember.
Yeah, you want to try? Guess. You don't remember?
I don't remember.
You don't remember at all?
No.
It starts with a he. It's called Hayakuba, Mark.
Yakuba.
Hayakuba. Hi.
Yeah.
Say. You got to remember this, Mark. It's important for the program, okay? It's called
Hayakuba.
Hayakuba.
Yeah.
Hayakuba. All right, I'm gonna have to ask, because it's coming up on the 19th. So when you get your calendar, you take out your calendar on September 19th. You write Hayakuba on it, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we know it's New Year's. It's better New Year's. Because New Year's is not a good New Year's, Mark. So it's basically New Year's. This is better New Year's. Also, it's Rosh Hashanah. It was Jewish New Year's this year too. It was on the same day. So, Hayakuba is a New Year. So it feels like doesn't it feel like a New Year right now? And you know that today's the first day of fall too.
Yeah, first day of fall, but it doesn't feel like a New Year.
It doesn't feel well. Doesn't maybe good, but it's just like the weather outside. It's changing. You don't feel like a change in the air more than in the middle.
September weather.
Yeah, it's September weather. It's like upon us now.
Yeah.
I feel like this is more of a change because it was summer before. Now it's September. Now it's.
When it snows, people are going to be walking places and slipping and falling.
Yeah, it's true. Ice is very slippery.
Sometimes you have ice underneath the soft snow.
Yeah, it makes you slip. It's like a trick. The snow seems like it's got a lot of traction, but it's not. It's ice. Oh, Freddy's getting on the Zoom.
Yeah, wanted to talk about the end of the year and Hayakuba and spring and fall. Oh, no video yet?
Yeah, no video. You're just a big F. Oh, there it goes.
How about that?
Yeah. Oh, somebody's commenting on the YouTube thing. Cheers from Stanwood. Tomato is a mineral. Tom Alto is an animal. Tomato is a miracle. Somebody says Freddy. Dr. Sexy. Who's that? I thought you were sitting next to Kenny. That's Carl Sr. I'm alive. What makes fruit and vegetable, tomato and vegetable soup? I've never seen that. It's fruit soup. Cherry tomatoes even have another fruit in their name.
Oh, yeah, I'm actually eating cherry tomatoes right now. Check this out. It's like you don't usually eat vegetables just on their own.
Carrots are good on their own.
That's true.
Yeah. I mean, but I think the biggest argument for me between the fruit thing is fruit salad.
It's like I think fruit salad and vegetable soup both are like really good ways to imagine it.
That's like the clincher for me.
Yeah.
You know, Mark, are you there? Mark, you gone? Mark was kind of being a little weird today, but Mark's gone now.
Well, Mark just thought that, like, yeah, you want to think things are vegetables. I feel like he even thought, even though there's tomato and like vegetable soup, there's not. I don't know. Yeah.
At the same time, I think it might be like we've had to have a talk about Mark with the racism a little bit in the past, and I think that the categorization and not being willing to like bend your what you think is right is like on the road to bigotry. Like if you think that tomatoes and vegetable like fruits, so it's like they're only fruits, I won't accept anything else. And it's like, yeah, maybe that's like kind of. And then he's like talking about what he said, which is maybe, I don't know, I'm not supposed to say this, but he said Indians.
Yeah.
I was like, well, I don't know. So maybe if you're
also like the whole idea of like tomato or vegetable is very binary.
Yeah.
It's like something can only be a fruit or a vegetable, but like maybe there are many categories in between that we haven't even considered yet.
Yeah, and it's like the label says so, and it's like, yeah, you shouldn't. You don't need to be labeling things like the literal label. What do you got?
Tuna fish sandwich.
Oh yeah, did you put any tomatoes in there?
No, I could do that though. It's a good idea. I put some cheese in here.
Yeah.
They're cherry tomatoes. It's like kind of you gotta cut them up, and it takes a lot of tomatoes to make a covering on a sandwich.
I like cherry tomatoes.
Mm-hmm.
You made the tuna from the can?
I used several different cans from like different brands.
Oh.
And I thought maybe that would make it better in general. But you like get the mayo and some pickles.
Yeah. You made the tuna salad, huh?
Basically, it's tuna salad.
How much tuna are you eating? You need more than one can?
Well, it's like you put it in the fridge.
Oh, okay.
Then anytime you want a tuna sandwich or a tuna salad sandwich,
yeah,
you just make it.
And those cans are pretty small too.
They're not too big.
They're very small.
And at grocery outlet, they're all the same price, and so it's like you gotta buy enough to make a good amount to save.
I wonder if they started putting.
You're gonna buy all the same brand. I feel like you should buy all the brands, and you like kind of like blend it together into some kind of like.
Yeah, that reminds me like Jean always was talking about getting over being a picky eater, and when she was a kid, she couldn't eat two foods at once. But
Really?
And then you have to just decide what about if you're eating like spaghetti, you're eating like onions and meat and tomatoes all at once. So if you had like those separately on a plate, you can like, hey, but it's like one thing or not. But yeah, it's like homogeneous or whatever is all these things from different places, and the stuff from the cans are not the same thing. I was thinking, like, how come, like, I wonder if cat food or tuna fish, like those are the only two things that come in that size of can, I guess, or maybe like water chestnuts or something too. Like,
what about like sardines also?
Sardines to me come in like a pull top, like kind of semi-rectangular with rounded edges can.
Yeah.
Because the sardines that come in, they're full fish. When you open it up, it's like a full fish, right?
Remember the little sausages that are like in the sardine cans? It's like
yeah, Vienna sausages. Are those?
Vienna, yeah.
Are those in that size of can also?
Mm-hmm.
I never eat those. For some reason,
not a good idea.
I guess I don't really eat tuna either. But I would. I'll eat Spam, but like canned meat is a little weird. Yeah, I never really eat tuna. I actually bought like quite a bit of tuna like in February, like the last time I went to a grocery store. For some reason I was just bought a bunch of tuna because I was like, oh, this is canned protein, but I haven't eaten any of it. It was like
It was arbitrary too. This is like February is before you knew you were gonna.
no, it was no, or not maybe February, maybe March.
Oh, March.
Or whatever. The last time I went shopping, like I went panic shopping, and I bought like a bunch of cans, and I haven't really touched any of it.
Whoa.
I was like, so, but well, maybe. Yeah, I don't think I ate any of it, but for a while there, I was like, I like did this crazy panic shopping. I bought like $100 worth of weird cans, and a lot of it was tuna, because I was like, tuna, if it comes down to it, and I'm like in a survival situation, I could just like choke down a can of tuna, and that's like food, like real food. Yeah. But
I guess I'm not really. Well, we're all in a survival situation, I suppose. But
all the time, kind of.
yeah, definitely, especially now, but always.
Yeah, but you could always. I mean, you're not in a survival situation if you just go to McDonald's. Like as long as McDonald's exists, then we're not really in a survival situation. Like that would be. I mean, that would be horrifying. Either like McDonald's closing, like like survival situation now.
Mm-hmm.
Did you grow those tomatoes?
No, they're actually Madeline's mom grew these tomatoes.
Wow.
They're good. Even better than I could grow.
They're big.
I just was holding it really close to the camera. They're not that big.
Oh, whoa! Yeah, that
small,
was a good trick. I thought they looked really big for a minute.
Nope.
That was weird. You're over there you're at your house.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, the fruits and vegetables.
Yeah,
I feel
corn.
Like it's good.
Words possibly. So
I'm queuing up the
First
steak.
Monday of the taking notes, I guess. All the balls. Fine.
Back to your turn. He was talking about his balls.
Yeah.
I didn't get it until later.
Balls to the future, you know.
Sandwich. I haven't been eating too much bread. Yeah, tuna sandwich. Maybe I should eat that tuna.
The sandwich form.
Yeah, it's good. Mark doesn't like rice.
Sandwich though. Yeah, that was the start of the whole thing, right? The rice. I like rice. I'm cooking rice right now.
Oh, that's what started the whole thing about being about what are tomatoes or vegetables. Because I was like, Mark, you should try rice again.
Yeah, try it again, and it's like change your idea about it. But yeah,
White people eat rice, right? Is it? Am I?
I love rice. Yeah, you like put it in anything.
Yeah. What about even rednecks eat rice though, right? Like white supremacists eat rice, don't they? Are they not for like?
Probably not.
No, they don't eat rice. Like, because it's like in like, it's not in like.
Oh well, there's rice and beans.
Rice and beans stuff. Yeah. Oh, that's Mexican though.
I think
Maybe.
so. Yeah.
Yeah. Mark has some. Is
Food prejudice.
some food prejudice. I keep food prejudice or just like distant cultural unknown like culturally forced bigotry that you're unaware of,
Yeah.
and maybe like you're not supposed to accept or something, because it's like if you accept it, then you're then they say like if you accept it or tolerate it, then you're the bigot or something. And I was like, well, what if they don't know and we're trying to work it out?
Right.
Like, how can you change things? Maybe it's like that guy, the KKK guy. Not like Mark's like so bad that he's in the KKK.
Not at all.
Like you're watching this, maybe you're watching this right now, Mark. But like, there's like that guy, like the black guy. He like called the KKK on the phone. I didn't see that movie. Did you see that movie?
No.
There was some popular movie recently about the guy who called the KKK on the phone and maybe pretended, I guess he was pretending to be white or something, or at least not mentioning it. They just maybe assumed, and then he made friends with it. This is what my idea of the plot of the movie is. And then he's like, made friends with them on the phone or whatever, and then he's like, I'm black, and then they're like, oh, maybe I'm wrong.
That's good. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I feel like that's what's the missing thing is just like having people you care about in whatever like era you hate, kind of.
Yeah. Or just being like open to things. Like you're just like no. Like I don't like it. Like I don't like rice. Like why? Don't like it. I don't like it. That's why. I actually did write a little bit of Mark. You're in my book. If you ever get the book, and it was under spaghetti, because Mark doesn't like spaghetti.
Oh wow.
And I remember when I was in the process. So yeah. So this like reminded me of the past. But I said, Mark, you don't like spaghetti. Why don't you like it? Just don't like it. That's what he was saying.
Like,
so,
you like noodles? Yes. You like potatoes? Yes. Onions? Yeah. Everything that makes up spaghetti, which also brings it back to that whole concept of like only eating one thing.
Yeah.
Like I don't like eating more than one thing at a time. It's like spaghetti being its own thing is also it being all the things that make up spaghetti.
Yeah. Don't like it. How do you feel about spaghetti? I don't like it. I was like, why? I've never heard of anybody not liking spaghetti. Just don't like it. Alright, let's record this message to the future. Hey, future, it's us the past.
What makes fruit a vegetable, future? Is everything a vegetable?
Mark wants fruit to be a vegetable in corn. And we're talking about bigotry a little bit. And, fruit salad. Tomatoes don't go in there. And Mark doesn't like spaghetti. Okay, it's Tuesday. First Tuesday, first 11 years. Whatever, by future.
Soup, yeah. Fruit
What is
soup.
it?
Fruit soup.
It's the first Tuesday of the 11th year? Or the next 10 years, at least. So that's something I can say, right? I've been saying that.
Everything you said is true, yeah. True.
Oh, it's the first Tuesday of the next 10 years. I guess it always is, though.
Yeah, I mean, the next, it's like,
It was the second 10 years.
Everything.
It's the first Tuesday of the second 10 years. Like, this is the first day of the rest of your life? Or something like that?
This is the first Tuesday of the rest of your life.
Yeah, this is the first Tuesday of the rest of your life. But this is like the first Tuesday of the second 10 years, though.
Yeah, it is.
So it is feeling
And
pretty...
Tuesday is the realest day of any week, and it's like maybe a very real Tuesday.
It's feeling real.
Time.
I guess I was feeling like pretty good on this thing. I think that after this, I'm feeling the like on Hayakuba. I was feeling like this like top of the like falling to the bottom of the mountain like anxiety or pressure or something. But now that we're here, it's like it feels good. You know, no pressure. It's like, oh man, that being on the top of the hill, maybe it was hard to breathe up there a little bit. But like working hard.
Yeah. There's less oxygen up there.
It's like, now we can just relax a little bit because we're getting close to that day. Now we're just back down here again. It's good. Where'd all those people go on the YouTube? There was like 4 or 5 people. I don't know. I guess people aren't sticking around. But
they haven't been back?
Yeah, Dr. Sexy said cherry tomatoes even have another fruit in their name. And that was the last thing. Who is Dr. Sexy? Is that somebody from the thing? Or that's a YouTube person? Now, I recognize them from YouTube. And also somebody said cheers from Stanwood. So I don't know what that is.
Stanwood. Where is that?
Yeah, what is Stanwood? How's that production end going?
It's going pretty good. We're still on YouTube every night at the live time, and then on TCTV we actually are caught up pretty good. I feel like there was a weird thing where I was having a hard time downloading things from YouTube, and I managed to figure it out for one of them, but there's like one that's in October. I think it's like October 1st actually that I couldn't get downloaded, and I gotta find it on the old hard drives, and so I'm gonna look for that and then print it to tape.
Yeah, from the 2 a.m.
Yeah, well, I guess I don't need to print it to tape, but I could probably find it on tape if I looked for it, but basically trying to find it 2 a.m.
Some things you can't download, huh?
There's something wrong with the new YouTube. I think they changed something, or I'm not sure. It gives me an error message like every time I try to download it,
like regardless of which computer I'm using and like clearing the cache and all that stuff. So
Keep changing things. Alright, I'm gonna call Grandma. I think my brother might be there today.
all right, cool.
On Tuesdays, if I remember the weekly schedules correctly. Or if it's not changed, yeah. You get the tuna with the brand. Oh, hi, Grandma.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm okay. I don't know if he here or not.
I don't know. He might be there.
Huh?
He might be there. But how are you doing? I called to talk to you to see how you're doing.
Okay, just a minute. I go check.
Okay.
Maybe he might here, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. You want to talk to him?
Well, I want to see how you doing. You doing okay? You drinking water?
Yeah, I do okay.
Okay.
No, he's not here.
Oh, he's not there. Oh, I thought he was going to be there on Tuesdays. Did you eat dinner?
Yeah?
Did you eat dinner today?
No, I don't do anything.
Did you eat dinner?
No.
No, you got to eat food.
Why?
Why do you eat dinner? Because you're hungry.
I'm not hungry.
Oh, then you probably did eat.
Oh, just a minute. Something happened or not. I will check. Well,
Okay.
anyway, he's not here. Why he not here?
I don't know. Maybe he's at work.
What day today?
Tuesday.
Tuesday. Tuesday. I need to grow. Megan. Tuesday. Oh.
Yeah, maybe he's working.
9:30 p. Oh. Tuesday, just now. 9 o'clock after. Today, no one not called nothing.
Yeah, I'm calling you. That's why today.
Huh?
I'm calling you right now.
Yeah, maybe. My 9:30. After 9:30.
Yeah, 9:35.
Call from Kenny.
Yeah.
Yes. Are you Kenny?
Yes.
Oh, Kenny, huh?
Yeah. I'm on the phone.
Today is 22nd?
Yes. Yeah, Tuesday the 22nd.
Tuesday, 22nd. Okay.
You writing it down? I'm calling. 9:30.
Almost 9:40.
Yeah. I'm calling you almost every day, Grandma, on the thing. You can look at your calendar. You writing it down every day?
Huh?
I think I call you every day. I don't think I've missed it calling you in a long time. I call you at night every day.
Okay, then so where I go see you?
Maybe Sunday.
Sunday? Today Tuesday. I gotta wait to stay on Sunday. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 more days I have to wait.
Yeah.
For 5 days. Okay, then. Thanks for call. I
Okay.
don't think nobody will come here, huh? Today.
Andrew's gonna be coming back probably. I think he's probably at work. He'll be back there in a couple of hours.
Oh, couple Andrew come home?
Yeah, he's at work probably.
Oh. Andrew, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, sir. Thank you for call. Take care of yourself. So see you Sunday, huh?
Yeah, maybe Andrew give me a ride.
Okay.
Okay.
You need a ride? If
Yeah.
you need a ride, we're going to pick you up.
Okay.
You called me.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, tell Andrew.
Okay, then. Take care of yourself.
You too. Okay.
See
Okay.
you Sunday.
Sunday. Okay, bye, Grandma.
Okay.
Good night.
Bye. Good night.
Grandma. Andrew maybe has a
Sounds
work
good.
schedule change, or who knows.
Not on a Tuesday.
Yeah. Yeah, it's something. All right. Well, let's see. Should we look at 2016?
Yeah, let's see.
Or we
what
can look at
happened
2016. We can look at
on
the past
hyper
couple of
year
days.
ago.
Or the messages from the past.
want to see 2016. We're all caught up, I think.
Yeah. You know, there's all these other days, but maybe they're for the future or something. Like all the other years, like.
Yeah,
it was like too many. It was too many years to look at all the time, right? It was like too many.
Yeah.
Too much.
I think we gotta like pick, like because 2 a.m. is 8 years ago, and
Maybe
so it's
two
good to
points.
watch 4 years ago because you get like the halfway point between 2 a.m.
Yeah.
Carl and Hillary.
And that way we're not looking at the same thing every year, I guess, or something.
Yeah, true.
We're on every night, 11:30 and 2 a.m. 360-3643 call, leave a message, you get on TV.
I don't know.
It's Wednesday the 21st.
Yeah, it's called the commercial.
Yeah, this is where we talk about what we just did. Mr. Gintu saw.
Go, oh, I can't get my car because I can't find my keys.
Kenny's gun wireless.
Yeah, I got wireless thing. I can walk around outside.
Oh yeah.
Can't use a wireless motherfucker now.
Mr. Gintu saw his brother get impaled in the neck with a lawn dart when he was a child.
Oh.
Oh,
Not my
jeez.
brother. My
His
brother impaled someone else.
Oh, I thought he did it to himself. Oh my God.
No.
He
There's
threw it
that
at somebody
background
else? Your brother's bad. 360-3643 call, leave a message, you get on TV.
Yeah.
Mostly.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Mr.
Okay,
Gitz's
bye.
brother impaled somebody else with a lawn dart. Also, poured boiling water on him.
What?
Yeah.
The same person at the same time?
He had like boiling water in one hand and the lawn dart in the other hand. He was like, throwing like, I think it was different times.
And a different person too, or the
I think
same
it was Mr. Ginsu got the boiling water on him, like childhood
but not
Mr.
the lawn
Ginsu,
dart,
and then
okay.
the lawn dart was just some other person.
Different people, different times.
Yeah.
That's good.
Same like he threw lawn darts. And I mean, if you're throwing lawn darts, it'd be hard to pour boiling water on something while throwing at them, unless you count throwing as like point blank throwing. Like
Yeah.
I don't. I
It
think
could
at
be,
that
like,
point.
the same time and different people. If he like threw a lawn dart at one person and then poured boiling water on another.
Oh, like the boiling water person's right next to you, and then you're throwing like you're fighting multiple people, like you're like Jackie Chan versus like a group of people.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, lawn darts are pretty big. I think they like even like stopped making them because of danger.
They're basically like giant. What are those ones with the darts you throw at the
Like javelin?
in the bar? No.
Oh, darts?
But they're like the small ones.
Those are just regular darts.
Oh, and then the big ones are the lawn darts. Okay,
Lawn
so-
darts. Darts and lawn darts.
So, yeah, they're both. Yeah, one is just darts, and that's really small, basically.
Yeah.
And like, if you had something even smaller, it'd be like mini darts.
Yeah.
Have mini darts, which is have darts, lawn darts, and then is there javelins?
Javelins. There have been
level above.
a few. I did track and field in school, and I did a little bit of javelin.
Whoa.
And definitely
It's
the
like
first.
modern- I feel like javelin is some kind of like a historical.
No, they still do it. It's in Olympics in the high schools.
Yeah.
Yeah, they tell you the very first thing in javelin practice or whatever they call it.
Yeah,
They say,
that's awesome.
don't stand where in the javelin zone.
Dangerous here.
We should try to call Mr. Ginsu though and tell him about the story about his brother's lawn dart thing. Yeah, his brother must be. Let's find out what his brother's up to these days. We'll find out if he.
It's like definitely the lawn dart one sounds accidental. The other one does not.
Yeah, I think they stopped making lawn darts after like enough like accidents.
After Mr. Ginsu's brother threw a lawn dart at somebody.
Yeah, I mean they could both be accidents because neither boiling water or lawn darts are very practical
Call
weapons.
has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system. 3
Like if you wanted to attack somebody with a weapon,
5 is not.
I would think you would use a. Hey, Mr. Ginsu, it's the program. We're watching 2016. We're talking about your brother throwing somebody lawn darts at somebody or something. So I want to know what your brother's up to these days.
How do you draw the line between a vegetable and a fruit, Mr. Ginsu?
Call us back. Yeah, I actually like in the book. I extensively cover about the like probably more than once talking about the tomatoes being vegetables or fruits. But I guess in my mind it's a metaphor. It's a metaphor for a lot of things. So.
Yeah.
But what we're talking about lawn darts on lawn. Oh yeah, because if you're gonna attack somebody, like maybe you use the boiling water and the lawn darts if you're trying to like be sneaky and you're trying to assault people but you don't want them to know, then you use that stuff because you can frame it as an accident. But
because you would believe, especially the lawn dart thing, that it was intentional.
Yeah, but the boiling water, I mean, you could it's like, oh, it was an accident. I spilled boiling water on somebody, you. Which I think it might have been an accident, actually, with Mr. Ginsu's when he got the boiling water on him.
Oh, see, I thought maybe he was just like a really bad brother, possibly.
I guess you say spilled or poured. I said poured. Like, you don't pour things. Like, if it's like
accidental, but I mean, both of those things, as much as they seem like they could also be unintentional, they could both be entirely intentional.
Yeah.
But the lawn darts one be like taking a little more skill, I think.
Yeah, but this is like you're like somebody, puts the boiling water on you, and then you say, and then you're maybe if it's you're not that hurt, but you're a little hurt, but you're more mad than injured. You say, you poured boiling water on me, and then like, well, I spilled it on you, like. It was you poured it. So that's like I guess semantics, like kind of like vegetables anyway, like fruits being vegetables. It's like, why do you even care? Like, who cares about that? Why are you so invested in it being a vegetable or something? I tried to ask Mark about it. I feel like he was getting upset about it.
Why do you care? I guess there are things I often care about that have no real reason that I do, but not. Yeah. It seems so justified at the time. You're like, I feel this way strongly.
Yeah, well, it's not about like it's like words and categories. Like, I don't think either of us would be too upset if people were saying the wrong words or categories necessarily.
Yeah,
I guess
good point.
Usually they have to be real world consequences. You're just trying to describe the way you say poured or spilled or fruits or vegetables.
Like, I hear a lot of people saying like, oh, this person got electrocuted. Not that often, I guess.
Is that when you die? If you get electrocuted, you have to be dead?
If you're electrocuted, you're dead. And if you were just, like, shocked, it's like electric shock or something.
I got shocked. I guess I got electrocuted. It sounds like, to me, I guess, I think that is no longer the case, and that language has morphed into having electrocuted just meaning that you've been shocked.
Oh, wow. But electrocuted is, like, very severe. It's, like, a very severe shock.
Yeah, I guess technically it is, but I
drowned. I feel like electrocuted is, like, drowned, where you're, like...
I'm drowning. I drowned. You didn't drown. That's like if you're dead. Like, I don't think people are dead when people are like, I was dead.
Right.
Like, and then they're resuscitated, and they're, and like, you were never dead. Like, if you were dead, you're dead. You're not... like, and my brother said a few weeks ago, if you're dead, you're dead. You're not dead. If you're alive, you're not dead. You never were dead.
Right. If you're alive, you're alive. If you're dead, you're dead.
Yeah.
For sure.
So they're like, I died. I saw the light. I was like, you didn't die. You're here. They're like, I did die. My heart stopped. It's like, but it started again here.
Yeah, it's a little confusing if you can, like, visit the afterlife before you've actually left the life. That's interesting.
I think it's by definition not the afterlife. It's something else.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like, see something. It's like, yeah, I guess that's not the afterlife, because how could you know?
It's like alive? At least, at the most, some kind of between life. Like.
I saw the middle life.
Yeah. You're not dead. People aren't dead. If you get electrocuted, you get drowned. Fruits and vegetables. Corn though, that's like Mark's big thing too. I'm still on the fence about corn. We're going to ask
You're gonna ask Cedar
about corn.
Corn than anyone else, for sure.
But maybe corn. I mean, corn is a starch, but then what is starch is like peas. Though peas are vegetables. It does come in mixed vegetables and stuff. And what else if not vegetables? Then what else is corn? Like, what else could you call it? Because it's not.
Yeah, it's definitely not a fruit.
A grain. That's what it is. It's a grain. That's what I think it is. Corn is a grain, like wheat.
Like wheat. Wheat's not a vegetable
Wheat's
or a fruit.
Yeah, wheat is definitely not a
That's what I'm
vegetable.
saying. It's like to be like, oh, it's a fruit or a vegetable, and you're like arguing over it. It's like there are like a billion other categories or something.
Yeah.
Like binary of it is what's like messing Mark up. He like thinks it has to be one or the other.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I think corn is a grain because you can make it, you can mill it, turn it into flour and
Make,
stuff.
like, cereal out of corn.
Yeah,
You
if you can
can't.
make cereal out of it, it's grain. It's just like rice.
Like what other things do you make? Like corn pops, wheat bran, like,
Rice Krispies, corn pops,
Exactly.
corn and
Are
rice.
there other ones like there's like weird vegan?
Well, there's like
gluten-free
there's like
ones?
quinoa and millet.
That's definitely grain. Yeah, not
Yeah.
vegetable. Yeah,
Yeah, those are grains.
I think that's it. So it's like, oh man, that's it. Then the questioning last time was like, you put corn, or like you like tomato, apple, carrot. It's like tomato, apple, carrot, corn. Like which two of them like fit together?
Yeah, corn's off. It's like off the table. I mean, I guess carrots and corn are both like cylindrical,
Yeah.
but still not the same.
Yeah.
Um,
Tomato, not corn.
It also kind of seems like carrots and potato, like root vegetables, and then like leafy vegetables, like maybe shouldn't
Sure.
both be vegetables.
Because there's potatoes, but they're actually legumes, which is like a peanut.
Potatoes are not legumes.
What, potatoes? I think they're legumes. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure not that.
Legumes? I think that's.
No, peanuts are legumes. Beans are legumes. I can see the connection between peanuts and beans, but not potatoes. Potatoes are not
I think
legumes at
they're-
all. Potatoes are
Really?
not legumes.
What
Like-
are potatoes then?
Vegetables.
All right. I
But
mean,
definitely not legumes. If anything, that's one thing.
maybe vegetables is like one of the like higher level things. You know how you like have all the weird Latin.
You think
words?
legumes are vegetables too? But potatoes are not legumes for sure. Like legumes are all like peanuts, because peanuts and beans are similar in like anatomy.
I feel like because they're like enclosed in the thing.
Yeah.
Uh,
But
I mean, but
I-
it's not a squash either. Like a potato is definitely not a squash.
potatoes not squash. It's
Like-
a nightshade, but it's a vegetable. It's a root vegetable, not a legume. But the program's over. All right. Here it is.
Obviously, we all have a lot more to say about this. But
Yeah. Thanks for watching. I should have named my book like categories, because really it's like a quarter of it is this like peanut legume like vegetable thing. We're on 11:32 a.m. Check it out, YDHWM.com. Yeah, 369-3634. Call them message. You get on TV. What do I say? Have number 3. Check it out. Yeah. Graham, it's a good song. Thank you. TCTV, La Baby, Dirty Top, Graham, Southwide, Conjo, Moopster, Thurston County, Washington State, USA, thank you, and viewers you're watching, thank you. Hell yeah, dog.